Senator Ron Johnson, Wisconsin. He is on the Finance Committee, the Budget Committee, and Homeland Security Committees in the Senate, and I wanted to check in with him about spending. Good morning, Senator. Welcome back.
Morning, Hugh. Hope you're doing well.
I am, and I hope you are as well. Do you think we're going to avoid a government shutdown? The House passed the bill last night, and it's got what we need to get through the end of the year. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be shutting down. Sounds like we might even vote on that in the Senate today. I think Speaker Johnson, it was a tough call for him. He had to make a tough decision. He wants to cut spending, just like the fiscal conservatives in the House and the Senate. But he also recognized that shutting down the government's not the solution. It's not going to really result in reduced spending. So get through this phase and turn your attention to bringing greater scrutiny to these individual spending bills. Funding 2024 is a mess. It's not a mess he got us into. It's a mess he's trying to get us out of, but really focusing on a more regular appropriation process for 2025 where we, again, can give greater scrutiny to spending.
Now, Senator, last week at the debate, I brought up the fact that this last year at the border, more than 150 suspects on the terror watch list were detained by American authorities. Who knows how many got away? Are we going to do anything about the border in this fiscal year?
Well, the opportunity we have is tying border security to Ukraine. And I know that's controversial, but from my standpoint, the open border is a clear and present danger to America, to our national homeland security. In addition to I think it's 169 individuals encountered on the terror watch list, 1.7 million gotaways, 1.7 million people that we just detected coming across. We have no idea who those people are. And we've got Hamas calling for days of rage. You think there might be a bad person or two in that 1.7 million people, so we have to secure the border. That's certainly what I'm suggesting. I know senators are negotiating with Democrats on this, and they're talking tough. They're talking about using H.R. 2 language, fixing our completely broken asylum system. But because we have a lawless administration, we have a president that wants open borders. The only way we're going to secure the border is if we make spending contingent on actually hitting benchmarks. And it took President Trump from his peak to his trough 12 months to secure the border because he was dedicated to doing it. We need similar type of benchmarks to hold President Biden's feet to the fire.
Senator Johnson, we know that terrorist organizations and terror-sponsoring states like Iran and Russia and China, they know that the border is open. Why would we not think they would exploit that? Do your Democratic colleagues think they're stupid? They're not stupid. They're evil.
They are supporting President Biden's open border policy. Again, it blows me away that anybody would take that viewpoint. Even President Biden, when he was a senator, voted for the Secure Fence Act. Why aren't they, protecting this country? The only conclusion you can really draw from that is they want more people that are beholden to them, that are grateful to them for letting them into this country, and they'll eventually vote for them. It makes no sense other than that. But no, as I said, this is a clear and present danger. We have to secure the border, and I'm willing to use their desire to fund Ukraine war to get border security. I think that has to come first.
Does that package move in tandem with the CR, or is that a standalone bill, Senator?
Well, I think that's one of the things that Speaker Johnson accomplished is he separated the supplemental spending bill from continuing resolution. They should not have been connected. I think that was probably Schumer's goal here. He also separated the support for Israel, which I thought was smart. Let's get that passed now. Let's pay for it. I mean, it's literally in the scheme of things when we're spending, $6.2 trillion a year, we can probably afford to find some pay-fors for $14.5 billion. So I thought that was smart on the part of the Speaker. And by the way, just yesterday, Roger Marshall led the effort on the floor of the Senate to bring up the House bill, and we got to vote on it. Now, it was a tabling measure, but every Democrat voted against supporting Israel to tabling the House bill. And so, one more day goes by, and we're not providing the support that Israel needs.
They put the IRS agency ahead of Israel yesterday?
Apparently, yeah, or Senate procedure. But we had an opportunity there. The floor was open, and Senator Marshall went down with a bunch of us, and we provided a cloture petition on that and forced a vote on it. And again, 51 Democrats voted to table support for Israel. all Republicans voted in support of Israel. It kind of tells you where our nation is right now, how divided it is, which is probably the greatest threat facing our nation right now is the division.
Well, keep fighting the good fight. Senator Ron Johnson, Wisconsin, always will be here to